Good evening and welcome. The show will begin in 10 minutes, so please make your way to your seats. Thank you.
Check it out. Here's one for the bitches on the upper tier. Versatile or temperature. If you wanna look on the velvet gear, run this rap name like a brigadier. I got kicks on the 1, 7 and 11, snares on the 5 and 13. Rhymes on time and that's the given. We're hot on the disco scene. Check it. Slow down with the arm, we got to stop snitching. Source of the problems after your bitching. You got livers that ain't got me cringing. You're like a bitch, well, with your damn winch. If you wanna know the real deal about the three. Triple trouble, y'all. We're gonna bring you up to speed, so check it out. Bam, super nature, damn. Surround on the microphone. I am Ad Raw, aka Sharp Cheddar. My rhymes are better, huh? What the hell of the joy is that? Did I hear you say my rhymes is whack? I'm beautiful, you can't touch me. If you pick a road, or you might just bleed. For originators, you can't feign ignorance or pass the blame. No flies pulling out the brain. No beats to drive you insane. No moves to make your neck crane. No skill to make the vibes ingrain. No beat to leave you in flames. No style that you can't defame. See a wolf, I like Jabba the Hutt. The style from New York be like what? Couldn't party out like a wolf before. With the skill at will that I know you want. On the hot day, the ice latte. TV hits like Rodney Canate. Hot the tratte, made me not stay. Can you do the baby in a what? We're mesmerizing, brutalizing, cultivating, devastating. If you wanna know the real deal about the three, we're gonna tell you with triple trouble, y'all. We're gonna bring you up to speed.
Five minutes, everyone. 5 minutes until we start the show. Definitely come in and sit down now. Thank you.
gonna smoke it in the House of Congress. Let me a rizzler, let me a fire. We are gonna chase where vampire. Light up your split. 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 We are gonna chase where vampire. Put on your vest, yes, and call the press, yes. We gonna smoke it in the House of Congress. Let me a rizzler, let me a fire. We are gonna chase where vampire. Light up your split. Light up your split. Light your split, light your chalice. We are gonna smoke it in a pumpkin and palace. Let me a paper, let me a fire. Make we chase where vampire. Light your split, light your chalice. We are gonna smoke it in a pumpkin and palace. Let me a paper, let me a fire. Make we chase where vampire.
That's right, everyone. Come on in and sit on down so we can start the show. Thank you.
Put on your vest, yes, and call the press, yes. We gonna smoke it in the House of Congress. Let me a rizzler, let me a fire. We are gonna chase where vampire. paper, lend me a fire. Make we chase away all them vampire. Light up your paper, say, light up your chalice. Make we burn it in a Buckingham Palace. Lend me a paper, lend me some fire. We have the chase away vampire.
Everyone take your seats. We're starting the show. Thank you.
Welcome, everyone. The show is starting now. If you can please find your seats. Hello. Welcome. I'm Jen. I'm the program director for Cinema Eye Honors, and welcome to the New York Academy of Medicine and the 18th Annual Cinema Eye Honors.
I'm Wendy Garrett, the week producer for Cinema Eye, and we're thrilled you're here. We're also thrilled to celebrate the incredible creative achievements of all of our nominees and honorees this evening.
Before we get started tonight fully, just ask for everybody to find a silent space for a moment. Whether that's a standing silent space or a sitting silent space, it doesn't matter. We're here in New York tonight, which is awesome, but our team is based in Los Angeles. And our hearts and our love is with our loved ones, our families, our friends, our colleagues, some of this year's nominees, and people we don't even know who are dealing with something incredibly tragic and, frankly, inconceivable. So I just want us all to hold the space. I didn't do that wicked thing, did I? to take a moment actually to think about all of our friends who are in Los Angeles who not only maybe have suffered, undescribable loss, but also are still living for several days now in a space where we don't know what's next. So let's just stop for a second and think about that. All right, thank you.
This is the culmination of Cinema Eye Week, and we have been so happy to spend this week with all of our nominees this year.
None of this week is possible without the work you all have done and also the work of our sponsors.
So we want to thank all the people who support everything that Cinema Eye does, from our premier sponsors, Apple Original Films, HBO Documentary Films, and National Geographic Documentary Films. Sure, yes. Our major sponsors, Amazon, MGM Studios, ESPN Films, Hulu, and Netflix. And our partners at American Cinema Editors, DCTV, Space Station, and Vidiot's.
And we also want to thank our partners here at this beautiful New York Academy of Medicine. What a beautiful location that we get to celebrate all of you here tonight. And also the staff and crew. And we are lucky to have DJ Dan Wilcox spinning for us tonight.
So tonight's show is in 2 acts with a 15-minute intermission, and let's take a look at what's to come in Act 1.
5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could be the one for your new addiction. It's all in my head, but I want non-fiction. I don't want the world, but I'll take this city. Who can blame a girl? Call me hot, not pretty. Baby, do you like this beat? I'm made so you dance with me. It's like 199 degrees when you do it with me. Do it with me. H-O-T-T-O-G-O, snap and clap and touch your toes. Raise your hands, now body roll. Dance it out, you're hot to go. H-O-T-T-O-G-O, snap and clap and touch your toes. Raise your hands, now body roll. H-O-T-T-O-G-O. H-O-T-T-O-G-O, you can take me hard to go. H-O-T-T-O-G-O, you can take me hard to go. What's it take to get your number? What's it take to bring you home? Hurry up, it's time for supper. Order up, I'm home to go. What's it take to get your number? Hurry up, it's getting cold. Hurry up, it's time for supper. Order up, I'm home to go.
So we're doing something new tonight that we've never done before. Last year, if you guys were here in this space, we were honored to be graced with the presence of Nikki Giovanni. And when we talked about the show amongst our team after we were done, we realized that we had not brought Nikki Giovanni to the stage. And that is a huge production error. And so we talked about the ways in which we want to honor our unforgettables in a way that we have never done before. So tonight, there are 6 unforgettables here with us this evening, and we're going to bring them all to the stage, and we're going to honor them all. And it falls on me to start this tonight and to step in for Lucy Walker, who is en route, and to say that our first unforgettable of the evening is Lhakpa Sherpa. The mountain queen herself, who in Lucy's film is so honest and tells her story in such a beautiful and brave way that we meet somebody who is not just an adventurer, but is a fully formed human being with a life that is one that we are lucky to get to know. So it's my honor to start the show tonight by bringing to the stage Lhakpa Sherpa.
Thank you. Thank you so much, good evenings, everybody. Thank you so much for inviting me here. Oh my God, I'm so happy. People, all the documentary people here today is making. I'm a good mountain climber. They gives me this. I'm so happy. Thank you so much. Anybody want to go mountain? I need. I go summit. Go with me. Thank you. Thank you.
Now that's the way you start a show. But here to lead you through the rest of tonight's show are 6 individuals who will be your guides for the rest of the evening. They are all former Cinema alumni who have been nominated for Outstanding Achievement in Nonfiction Feature Films, and they have all produced a Cinema Eye winner. So please welcome your 6 guides for this evening. Diane Becker. Lauren Domino. Sigrid Dijkjar, Sue Kim, Josh Penn, and Jeff Reichert.
Hello. So we've been tasked to tell you all why we need documentary films, and I'm going to get us started. We need documentary films because for many of us in this room, nonfiction filmmaking is our purpose in life. We also have bills to pay, so streamers, execs, anyone with money, please pay us. In addition to our livelihoods, film can be a powerful tool of liberation. And it is our job as artists to embody the words of the great Toni Cade Bambara and make the revolution irresistible.
We need to do documentary films because the world looks kind of scary this year, 2025, we're getting into. There are more wars happening, more people are being threatened, and we need you, filmmakers, directors, and producers to do films. We know it's a shitty business. We're sorry about it. And I was sitting next to a filmmaker the other day, and the filmmaker said to me, there's just too many films, there are too many directors, and there's just so little money, we should have less films. I would say, no, we need more films, and we need art. When the world is in a scary situation, we need artists to make films. So if you're sitting next to a film director, or a film producer, or a craftsperson, please say thank you and give them your hand and say continue to make films in 2025, please.
Yes.
And I think we all know there are films to be made. I mean, one of the things that I love about documentary films and why I think they're important is because there's this sense that we are committed to the idea that any person could end up on that screen, that big silver screen, that any life, if you look at it in the right way, is worth spending time with, and that the stuff of the everyday is magic.
Okay. Documentary films are like vegetables for your brain, except instead of your mom forcing you to eat them, you willingly spend 2 hours watching artisanal goat cheese being made in the French Alps and somehow end up caring deeply about sustainable dairy farming at 2 a.m.
We need documentary films because they allow us to use creativity and empathy to share vital stories, emotional truths, and human experiences with audiences across all walks of life.
We need documentaries because to shed light on stories that often fall through the cracks. This is where we will find our inspiration. But for me, it's about the people that I meet and work with. Thank you.
Thank you. We're excited to hear why you think we need documentaries, and let's get started for why the publicists are here, and we're going to kick it off with the first award.
And now, here are the nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Broadcast Editing. Girls State, edited by Amy Quirk.
Okay.
The Greatest Night in Pop, edited by Nick Zimmerman, Will Smitterick, and David Brody. Ren Fair, edited by Max Ullman and Nicholas Nazem. The Saint of Second Chances, edited by Alan Lowe, Jeff Malberg, and Miles Wilkerson. Telemarketers, edited by Christopher Passett.
Wake up! Smell the coffee!
Time Bomb Y2K, edited by Marley McDonald and Maya Moore.
And here goes the first award. For the Cinema Eye honors, we'll go to in broadcast editing. Amy Foot for Girls State. Where is she?
Simmer, who got the keys to my memoir, big time driller, monkey to gorilla.
Thank you. I was not quite prepared for this being the first award and this happening. So thank you so much. Thank you to Cinema Eye, first off, for creating this amazing event. Thank you to the directors, Jesse Moss and Amanda McBain, for trusting me with this story. For the editorial team, I've got to give a shout out to Peter Bowman, my assistant, additional editor, and Pax Wasserman, who consulted. And there's lots of the cinematographers here tonight that I want to thank, but and I want to thank Apple for believing. I just don't know where to look. Like, it's just very blinding. I want to thank Apple for believing in this film, the girls for showing me a lot about what?
Their lives.
Showing me a lot about the headwinds of patriarchy that is up against them and blowing hard, and made me learn a lot about myself. And but really, thanks again to this community who has really mentored me and nurtured me. And I think, I love Cinema Eye because it really is a celebration of this amazing community. So thank you.
And here are the nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Broadcast Cinematography. America's Sweetheart, Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders. Director of Photography, Jonathan Nicholas. The Enfield Poltergeist, Directors of Photography, Ruben Wooden Deschamps, Carmen Pelham Brusosa, and David Katznelson. Girls State, Directors of Photography, Martina Rodman, Daniel Carter, Layla Kilburn, Aaron Patrick Lamont, Laura Hutta, and Thorsten Thyla. Photographer, Directors of Photography, Michael Cromwell, Rita Baghdadi, Peter Hutchkin, Melissa Langer, and Pauline Marron. Ren Fair, Director of Photography, Nate Hertzeller. You Were My First Boyfriend, Directors of Photography, Brennan Vance and Jay Bennett.
And this year's Cinema Eye Honors goes to Nate Hercellers for Ren Fair.
I'm not Nate Hertzellers. He's far better looking than me, as many of you know. There's knowing laughter from several people in the front. Nate texted me something kind of gibberish to say if he won, which he did. But he wants me to thank his wife, Monica, who has endured many long months, years with him away, and his son, Luca, who's just born recently and will endure many more. Many more months and years will be without his handsome absentee father. So thank you, everybody. Thank you to the Ren Fair team, and appreciate it. Thanks.
Here are the nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Anthology Series. Conan O'Brien Must Go. Executive producers Conan O'Brien and Jeff Ross.
It's pronounced tango.
Tango. Last tango in Paris.
Last tango in Paris.
De La Calle. Executive producers Nick Barilli, Jared Andrikanis, Picky Talarico, Lydia Tenalia, Christopher Collins, Marcus Lemonis, Amanda Kolkowski, Bruce Gilmer, Susan Peretta, and Craig H. Shepard. God Save Texas. Executive producers Lawrence Wright, Alex Gibney, Richard Linklater, Peter Berg, Michael Lombardo, Elizabeth Rogers, Stacey Offman, Richard Perello, Nancy Abraham, and Lisa Heller. High on the Hog Season 2. Executive producers Roger Ross Williams, Jeff Martz, Craig Pelagian, Sarba Das, Fabian Toback, Karis Jagger, Jessica B. Harris, Stephen Satterfield, and Michelle Barnwell. How To with John Wilson, Season 3. Executive producers John Wilson, Nathan Fielder, Michael Coman, and Clark Rainking. Photographer. Executive producers Elizabeth Chai Vassarelli, Jimmy Chin, Pagan Harmon, Betsy Forehand, Anna Barnes, and Chris Kugelman.
And this year's Cinema Eye honor for Anthology series goes to How To with John Wilson, Season 3.
Thank you. Yeah, I also don't know where to look. Wow, this is really cool. Thank you to Cinema Eye and everyone at HBO. And everyone that worked on the show. I think we won this once before, I think, for the second season. But I went to a party with this award afterwards, and I was talking to somebody, and I made a joke that they could have it, and they said, "Oh, thanks." And then they went home with it. So I don't have it anymore, so it's nice to have one again. So thank you.
Hello there. I'm Dominique Silver from Kokomo City, and it's my honor this year to introduce you to the Unforgettables. Shiori Ito for Black Box Diaries. Brian Eno for Eno. Lhakpa Sherpa, Mountain Queen, the summits of Lhakpa Sherpa. Basil Adra and Yuval Abraham, No Other Night. Patrice Jetter. Patrice, the movie. Jenna, Marvin, Queendom. Chris Small, Union. And Harper, Steele, Will, and Harper.
Sorry, guys. The Unforgettable, number 2, that we're going to see tonight, is there's a person here to present it, and it is the editor of the Black Spot Diaries and also the director of the short film that's also shortlisted, and it is Emi Ryan Yamasaki. Come.
Hi, it is blinding, my goodness. Shiori, I was born 3 days apart in the same year and the same month as Shiori Ito. We both grew up in Japan and just kind of led similar lives, left for the US at some point or other to pursue our dreams. And knowing Japan, what happened to her could have easily happened to me. But I know that if it had, I just would not have been able to do anything like what she has spent the past 10 years doing at her own expense, at her own sacrifice. As editor of the film, all I wanted to do was make sure we make the most impactful film possible for the next generation of the world, but especially in Japan. Yes. Shiori will go down in our history books. I wish change was happening sooner. It's like a double life living in Japan, where this film still is yet to be seen. And there's already backlash, yet here it's so well received and so warm. Please give Shiori any hug and any support when you get to talk to her and meet her. She needs all of it. I just can't be more proud of how you've directed this film. Again, an incredible feat. Imagine she directed this film. And I've just been very fortunate to have been part of being able to shape this, this film that hopefully we can share to the world and to Japan one day. So here you go, come on over.
Thank you. Thank you, Emma. It's amazing to hear that because I know you all know, but documentary filmmaking wouldn't happen without editor. So thank you, Emma. Woo! And without a therapist and supporter and so many things. You fed me well. Your partner, Eric, you give me great wine. You made me graduated from box wine. Thank you so much. And Hannah Ackvin, our producer, you decided to be a Swedish human shield when I couldn't go back home, so thank you so much. This year has been a huge, thrilled trouble for us. I felt like I couldn't go back home, and I now looking for a new place to live after making this film. And but through this trouble, I've met amazing true friends who I can talk about freezing eggs and what do I do with my almost broken up relationship. So thank you so much for your support, and I can't wait to talk to you more about freezing eggs. Thank you.
And here are the nominees to the Heterodox Award.
Caught by the Tides by Tia Junko. Kneecap by Rich Pipiat. My First Film by Sia Anwar. Pavements by Alex Rose Perry. Sing Sing by Greg Wheeler. Songs from the Hole by Contessa Gills.
All right, and this year's Cinema Eye honor goes to Songs from the Hole.
Thank you so much, Cinema Eye. I was not expecting this. Thank you so much to producer David Felix Sutcliffe, to our producer Richie Reseda, and to our partners on this film, Impact Partners. There's a lot of other supporters and partners on this film that are too many to name, but I know Chicken and Egg Pictures is here in the room as well. Thank you so much for being partners with us on this. Thank you to the Jacobs family for their vulnerability, for their openness and their generosity in sharing their story so that other people could heal. And most importantly, thank you to our protagonist, our writer, our co-producer, our collaborator on this film, JJ88, James Jacobs. That collaboration was a life-changing experience for me and for all of us, and really opened my eyes to the possibilities when we decide to kind of liberate our minds and radicalize our imaginations and just do things differently than, I guess, how we were told. And I just want to say that we made this film because we believe very deeply in the power of the art and the storytelling of incarcerated people. And you know, this music that is the centerpiece of our film was made at gunpoint. It was made in solitary confinement, and I hope that that's just a reminder to everyone of the nearly 2 million people that are incarcerated in this country and the power that the art and the storytelling of incarcerated people have to heal us all and liberate us all. Thank you.
Here are the nominees for the Spotlight Award.
Black Snow, directed by Alina Simone. Homegrown, directed by Michael Prema. A New Kind of Wilderness, directed by Silje Evansmo Jacobsen. A Photographic Memory, directed by Rachel Elizabeth Seed. Two Strangers Trying Not to Kill Each Other, directed by Jacob Perlmutter and Manon Riemann.
Hi, everyone. This year's Cinema Eye honor goes to, Black Snow, Alina Simone.
Thank you so much. I mean, I wore jeans. That's like how much I didn't think I would win. I have no papers, no note cards. I can't see my producer. I don't even know where she's sitting. Christine, could you come up here and be with me? We made this film together. Yeah, please. We really weren't expecting this, and we're just sorry that our protagonist, Natalia Zubkova, isn't here. She's an amazing woman, and I feel like as a documentary filmmaker, you bet on a horse, you hope it kind of gets to some kind of a finish line. And there was something about this woman deep in the heart of Siberia who was just making these incredible videos with this baller voice, just yelling at governors and mayors and demanding environmental justice. And just I remember watching these videos and feeling like I was already in a movie, and that all it needed is somebody else on the other side to show who this person was, because you couldn't see her. She was just making these cell phone videos. And I really hope we get her here, and we're really excited for the rollout of the film in the US. It just debuted. And Christina is really good at thanking people and remembering all of them, so I'm going to let her.
Thanked enough. Thank you, everyone.
Here are the nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Nonfiction Short Filmmaking. Contractions, directed by Lynn Sachs. I Am Ready, Warden, directed by Somitra Mundra. Incident, directed by Bill Morrison. Michaela's Voice, A Letter to the World, directed by Julio Palacio. A Move, directed by Alaje Esmaila. A Swim Lesson, directed by Rashida Jones and Will McCormick.
And the Cinema Eye goes to Incident, Bill Morrison.
Wow, thanks so much. This is a great honor. I want to thank The New Yorker for believing in this film when no one else did. Paul Moakley from The New Yorker, Sarah Lash from Condé Nast. And I really want to thank Jamie Calvin, the journalist who really uncovered this story and made all this footage available to me to edit. I want to thank my mom, Kate Morrison, who showed me Jamie's article and said, "You should really read this." Thank you all. I want to thank the other candidates who made such great films as well. Great community. Thank you.
I'm back. Okay, here to honor our third unforgettable of the evening is the director and producer of Queendom, Agnia and Igor.
Hi everyone, this is Igor, this is Agnia. Queendom is a very special and very personal project to all of us, but also to a lot of people here and who are not here, who made this project possible, who made this film possible. Without you, we wouldn't be here sharing this incredible vision of Jenna. First of all, would like to thank everyone who's in the house today, David, Alice, Rebecca, Michelle, Robin, so many people who are have been with us through a lot, and we would like to thank you for being with us through this incredible journey. And I would like to thank Agnia for making my job as a producer very easy when someone like you, who has a very precise, strong, imaginative, and impactful vision.
Well, we believe that Queendom is about speaking truth to power and about resilience and resistance in the face of adversity. And Jenna embodies this spirit as no one else, and moving forward, never scared, full of curiosity for this life, but also full of bravery. So I would like to welcome Jenna on stage.
Such an honor to be here tonight with you guys. Just wanted to say thank you. I mean, team of the Queendom, Agnia, Igor. With you guys, I'm nothing with you guys. So, wow. Sorry. I would like to dedicate the award to queer people all over the world who are struggling and seeking refuge. In these dark times, we are not losing fight in humanity and kindness, and I hope that peace will prevail. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Here are the nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Nonfiction Series. America's Sweethearts, Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders, directed by Greg Whiteley and Chelsea Yarnell. Deadlocked, How America Shaped the Supreme Court, directed by Dawn Porter. The Enfield Poltergeist, directed by Jerry Rothwell. The Luckiest Guy in the World, directed by Steve James. Ren Fair, directed by Lance Oppenheim. Telemarketers, directed by Adam Balalo and Sam Lipman-Stern.
Hello. And the Cinema Eye honors goes to Telemarketers, directed by Adam Balalo and Sam Rickenstern.
Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Hey. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Hey. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la, ah wee wee.
No fucking way.
Ooh la la.
Oh my God. Who's seen Telemarketers here? So this is for Patrick J. Pespis.
Yeah.
And for my cousin Sam Lippman Stern. And for HBO documentaries, Nancy, Lisa, Tina, and Sarah, greatest studio in the history of documentary filmmaking.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you everyone here. We were just blown away. We weren't expecting this. We took a lot of risks with Telemarketers and were able to make something that we're really proud of, and that I think is important for a documentary because we made something weird and we tried to keep the funny moments in there. Thank you for everyone who supported it. Rough House, Laura, my mom who's here that came out.
On Liz, stand up.
And we got Claire Reed who produced, and Chris Passig, the editor, amazing. Thank you guys so much. I think just huge honor, and it's great to be able to. We all got to make stuff that we really believe in, not just make like murder documentaries, which I heard are hot right now. So let's just keep making great films and believing in your stories. So shout out to everybody that's out here.
And thank you, Cinema Eye Honors. Thank you, AJ.
Cinema Eye Honors. Yes, absolutely. It's a huge honor. Thank you.
And the nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Broadcast Film are Bread and Roses, directed by Sarah Manning. Girls' Date, directed by Amanda McBain and Jesse Moss. Great Photo, Lovely Life, Facing a Family Secret, directed by Amanda Mustard and Rachel Beth Anderson. The Lady Bird Diaries, directed by Dawn Porter. Slave Play, Not a Movie, a Play, directed by Jeremy O. Harris.
What's your documentary about? You have to wait and see. It's a surprise.
Sperm World, directed by Lance Oppenheim.
And this year's Cinema Eye Honors for Broadcast Film goes to Slave Play, Not a Movie, a Play.
So sorry. I feel like Fernanda Torres, this is not in my prognostication. Award ceremonies are like my Oscar, they're like my Olympics. They're like my Super Bowl. I think about who's gonna win in a very academic way. And I was not gonna win an award. I didn't write a speech. I was like, well, I should stay in Puerto Rico an extra day. And then Natasha Lyonne was like, you should go. And so I left Puerto Rico and came here. Wow, guys, this is stupid. Fuck. Okay, my team didn't even come. My producer, Chris McCarbell, who's a genius, who made one of my favorite documentaries of all time, he's dealing with LA. love to LA and everyone there is fucked up. It's crazy. He was supposed to be here. He wasn't. He's not here. Pete O's is in Oklahoma editing another movie we made together. He's my editor. He's a genius. Thank you for talking about your editor. Editors are the reason why documentaries are good. I had two amazing editors on this movie. I had Techie, who was a genius, and I had Pete, who like told me that I was a genius as well, and he's a genius. But like, I don't think I'm a genius, but I do think that like what Pete. What Pete did was he told me that my ideas weren't bad, and I needed an editor to tell me that I could make a weird movie. And the other people who told me that my ideas weren't bad was, you know what, give it up. Telemarketers was my favorite doc this year, mainly because I was a telemarketer when I was 15 years old, and I was like, this is crazy. Did every rural town have a telemarketing scam happening? Because I was in one too. But the reason that their speech hit me so much is because Nancy, Lisa, Tina, you guys, thank you so fucking much for believing in a doc that had a bad title. And I know I'm talking too long, but I'm literally just like, I shouldn't be winning anything. I didn't win the Tony, and I was supposed to. Anyway, I just want to thank everyone in this list of thank yous, because I did have this from January, or no, this isn't from this time. This is from when I was going to give a speech at the Tribeca thing. And so this is just my list from Tribeca. So let me just read everyone's name out so I don't forget anyone. Chris McCarbo, my producer. Natalia Lee Brown, my fucking amazing producer. Pito's my editor. Techie Krushank, my editor. My composer, Isabella Summers, whose couch I lived on for most of my 20s. Izza, thank you for making me the best score ever. Matt Clemmer, my cinematographer. Jeremy Grody, my sound designer. I'm sorry, listen, this is my Oscar speech. You're playing me off. Then we have my assistant editor, James Watson, William Esper Studios, Jennifer Monaco, then all of the amazing kids that were in that. And because someone on Letterboxd was like, he's pretentious, he didn't put all their names there. I'm like, well, no, sorry. HBO would not let me have a full, because on HBO Max now, it's streaming. You can't just have a title sequence properly. So I'm gonna give all the names of all the kids. Denzel Gray, Soon Young Yoon, Amani Owusu, V Nguyen, William L. Nixon, Jonah O'Hara David, Hubert Mitchell, Philip Agranda, Dustin DeMonte, Lydia Case, this is a lot of names, I'm sorry. Anika Zarkos, Sydney Diaz, Shaquana Williams, LaTanya Grant, Rebecca Cotas. Wow, this felt like a good idea until I was reading all of them. Aaron Lotta Morissette, Natasha Walfall, Peter Bowden, Kirsten Coco Quattrum, JP Maddock, Jaquel Mazik, and Malcolm Callender. Thank you so much for giving so much of yourself. And all of my friends from Yale, fuck yes, we made it, niggas. Sorry. Whatever.
Bỏ nón cầm tay được chưa? Điều này có quay. Ở đây đầu bên này. Đây. Quay. Đây. Mày nắm rồi. Ôi em ơi. Ôi bà ơi là bà ơi con ơi là con ơi. Thôi nó xuống tay trời ơi. Cho tôi đi luôn. Đi luôn tôi đi. Chúng tôi đi. Tôi không về được anh ạ. Bà nghe chúng tôi. Thôi cứ việc có mau rồi đi đã con. Ôi mẹ ơi.
doesn't put the same high price on life as does the Westerner. Life is plentiful, life is cheap in the Orient. And as the philosophy of the Orient expresses it, life is not important.
Peter Davis earned his place as a legendary documentary filmmaker through his groundbreaking 1974 film Hearts and Minds, which offered a searing examination of the Vietnam War and its impact on both American and Vietnamese society. The film was revolutionary in how it juxtaposed intimate interviews with policymakers, soldiers, civilians from both sides of the conflict with stark footage of the war's human cost. Davis's unflinching approach to showing the war's reality, including the infamous sequence of General Westmoreland's comments contrasted with scenes of Vietnamese grief, helped to change the public discourse about the conflict. The film won the Academy Award for Best Documentary Feature, but its true legacy lies in how it helped to reshape documentary filmmaking by demonstrating how powerful, personal storytelling could illuminate complex political and social issues. It is my deep honor to welcome the Legacy Award winner, Peter Davis, to the stage. We can change the world. We are change the world. It's time to get better.
Thank you so much. I'm thrilled to get this Cinema Eye Award, and I share it with my brilliant colleagues, Dick Pierce, Tom Cohen, Lindsay Klingman, and Susan Martin. Those are the, there is no film without them. If this were a theater, which it almost is, I think outside on the marquee would be a sign that says, gee, now more than ever. Just those 4 words. I couldn't read my own notes. American imperialism is on the march. And we haven't seen anything like this since the 19th century, when we took the Philippines, Guam, Puerto Rico. We're also swimming in lies right now. In another part of Hearts and Minds, the chairman of the Foreign Relations Committee is telling me, that's William Fulbright, he said that his fellow Democrat, Lyndon Johnson, had lied us into the war with the fictional story, which was a lie, that off the coast of Vietnam, there was an attack. It never happened. And so when I was speaking to Senator Fulbright, he said, a lie's a lie. We didn't have the president under oath, but it's still a lie. And today we're not just swimming in lies, we're drowning in them. Last night at the nominees' dinner, it was so impressive to be among so many people from different countries and different backgrounds internationally. And you all actually inspired me and gave me hope that at this moment, this very fraught moment, that needs documentation. Tell the truth to power and about power. And we have to keep doing that. Listening to the nominees talk, something occurred to me that when we make documentary films, we confront three realities in making the film. It's what you see, what you decide to film, and then finally, what you include to produce your version of the world. You have to know, please know that your work is essential and it resonates now more than ever. Thank you.
we talk say confusion, everything out of control. When everything out of control, you go be say Bafuka, oh. Bafuka na we don't start again, yo. When we talk say confusion, everything out of control. When everything out of control, you go be say Bafuka, oh. Bafuka na Bafuka for the police station, oh. Bafuka na Bafuka for the hospital, oh. Bafuka na Bafuka for the prison, oh. Bafuka na and then confusion await you. Confusion away. One more time, confusion await you. Confusion away. Them bitter men will sell for outside, yeah. Them bitter men will sell for outside, yeah. Them three speak different language, yeah. Them three speak different language, yeah. They speak Lagos, Accra, and Conakry. They speak Lagos, Accra, and Conakry. One white man come pay them money, you. Pay them for pounds, dollars, and French money, you. For the thing where you go buy from them, oh. It remain for them to share them, oh. Me a say, that confusion be that you. It could be say, Bafuka, oh. Bafuka na French. Bafuka for the police station, oh. Bafuka na French. Bafuka for the prison, oh. Bafuka na French. Bafuka for the hospital, oh.
Less than 5 minutes until we start Act 2, so head on into your seats.
One more time, confusion,
5 minutes.
Confusion, Before Lagos traffic in especially, Before Lagos traffic in especially, number one special all over the world, Number one special all over the world, You go get PhD for driving for Lagos, yeah? You go get MA for driving for Lagos, yeah? You go get MSc for driving for Lagos, yeah? For me, I like them like that. Now my country, why not? For me, I like them like that, you. For what you like that? 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 Lagos City. For what you like that? Surulere. For what you like that?
We really are starting in 2.5 minutes, so please take your seats now. Thank you. Sit down.
Moto they come from west, and policeman no they for center. Now confusion be that you. They go be saying Bafuka, oh.
Bafuka na French.
Bafuka for the police station, oh.
Bafuka na French.
Bafuka for the hospital, oh.
Bafuka na French.
Bafuka for the prison, oh.
Bafuka na French.
And the end confusion awaiting, oh.
Confusion away.
One more time, confusion awaiting, oh.
Confusion away.
For what you want like that? 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 Moto they come from south, moto they come from north, moto they come from east, moto they come from west, and policeman no they for center. Now confusion be that you go be saying Bafuka, oh.
Bafuka na
station. Bavuka for the be prison. Bavuka for the be hospital. Confession await you. One more time, confession await you. When we talk say confusion, everything out of control. When everything out of control, you go be say you bavuka. Bavuka for the police station.
That's right, folks. Head on in and take your seats. We're about to begin. Just cozy on up.
One more time, confusion await you.
Hello. Hey, so here's the thing. We have to be out of here at a very specific point. So if we don't start Act 2, the after party doesn't start until much later, and then the after party is shorter, and that's not fun. And there's a lot of food and more drinks at the after party. So everybody, please come take your seat. We are literally going to just start rolling Act 2 in like 2 minutes. So take your seats.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It is time for Act 2. It's very bright up here. Okay. If everyone could take their seats, and we'll start Act 2. All right, everybody, if you could take your seat, I'm gonna get the show on the road.
Make me a deal and make it straight. Or sign the seal, I take it. To love and indeed I show it. I hope that you don't know it, 'cause we've been around a long time. Just try to make the big time. Take me on the roller coaster. Take me for anything right. Take me for a 6-day wonder, but don't you know my side to side. What's real and make believe. Baby James and Acapulco, we are flying out to Rio.
Hi, everyone. It's Diane again. I know you're probably a little tired of me, but here we are. I just want to say two things. Number one is I live in Los Angeles, and I know there's a number of us here from LA tonight. And on one hand, it's very difficult to be here, and my heart is somewhere else, and my mind is mostly somewhere else. But this group, this room, this community, these people, all of you who I know and I respect, and many who I love, have made the last few days bearable, because what's happening right now is absolutely unbearable. So I just wanted to say that. Speaking of community, you go on these award season runs, you watch all these movies, you get to meet new filmmakers, and I'm going to start Act 2 here with our Unforgettables, number 4 of the evening. And one of my new friends in the room is director Ted Passon, who is here with Patrice, the movie, to present to Patrice.
Speaking of Unforgettables, Diane Becker right here. So this award is for Patrice Jetter. So Patrice, the first thoughts in my head when we were introduced so long ago, well, the second you walked in the room, I just thought, who is this woman? I have to know her. I have to figure out how to be her friend. And after maybe 5 seconds of talking to you, I just thought, I think we're gonna make something together. I don't know what it is. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I just had this feeling. I was like, I think we're gonna do something together someday. And it took over 20 years for us to figure out what that was gonna be. And during that time, you taught me so much. You taught me so much about ableism and how much disabled people are disregarded in this world on a daily basis, even in spaces that are trying to think about equity and inclusion. You gave me a newfound perspective on my relationship with my father, who's been disabled since I was 4. You taught me about persistence. You taught me about creativity, joy, and you taught me about what it really means to love. And getting to collaborate with you in telling your story has been one of the biggest honors of my life. And I am grateful for the family of brilliant disabled and non-disabled people that we created around us to tell the story. And I am most grateful for having you and Gary in my life, and I love you so much. So come on up and accept your Unforgettable award.
Thank you, everyone. I want to thank Gary for being by my side, Ted Passon, Emily Spivak, Imbo Shim, Kyla Harris, Laura Quiros, Jim Lebrecht, and everyone at All Ages Productions, Hulu, Disney, Frank PR, ABC Studios, Tim Shriver and my friends at Special Olympics, Jen Schaffner and my family at Iceland Skating Rink, Hamilton PD for giving me time off to do all this cool stuff, and all of my friends at Cooser Elementary School where I'm the crossing guard. Anyone that I forgot to mention, thank you too, because there's a lot of you. Also, a big thank you to all the people that helped me get where I am today, and to my niece, Kimya Dawson, who introduced me to Ted over 25 plus years ago. My niece, Kimya, did the soundtrack for the Juno movie. So that makes me Aunt Patrice, the coolest aunt ever. And I am so happy that our paths in life have crossed. Thank you.
Here are the nominees for Outstanding Achievement in a Debut Feature Film.
Black Box Diaries, directed by Shiori Ito. Daughters, directed by Natalie Ray and Angela Pinto. Frida, directed by Carla Gutierrez. Grand Theft Hamlet, directed by Penny Grills and Sam Crane.
If I could just request that you refrain from killing each other.
Hollywood Gate, directed by Ibrahim Nasrat. No Other Land, directed by Yuval Abraham.
Basel Agra, Hamden Balal, and Rachel Zoe.
So the Cinema Eye honor goes to No Other Land. The filmmakers are not here today, so we'll accept on their behalf. Thank you.
And here are the nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Visual Design. It's just beautiful. Brendan Dawes for Eno. Renata Galindo and Sofia Inez Casares for Frida. Howard Baker for Piece by Piece. Blue Blue Studios and Brendan Bellomo for Porcelain War. Agnia Galdanava for Queen. Ada Vikdal and Rasmus Tukia for The Remarkable Life of Eden.
And the Cinema Award goes to Eno, Brendan Dawes.
You're right, it's super bright up here, you guys. I'm going to accept this on behalf of Brendan Dawes. My name is Jessica Edwards. I'm the producer of Eno. I think Brendan would be super grateful for this honor for Cinema Eye and also for the collaboration with an incredible group of people who helped redefine how we can watch documentaries. Thank you so much.
Here are the nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Cinematography.
Josephine Tolan Viallard for The Homie. Elizabeth Lowe for Mistress Dispeller. Satya Ray Nagpal for Nocturnes. Andrei Stefanov for Porcelain War. Christopher Lamarca and Emily Cassie for Sugarcane. Olivier Sarbiel for Victor.
And I've noticed a lot of people that come up here and win an award, they keep saying, I didn't expect that. I don't think you need to say that. You're here because you're nominated and you might actually win an award. I don't know if you've noticed. You might win one. So, the Cinema Eye honors in Best Cinematography is going to Christopher Lamarca and Emily Castle for Sugarcane.
Okay. It was just in the moment. We're really good at being in the moment. First thing I want to say is it's amazing to be here with everyone. I know I speak for Emily too. It's incredible to be in this room of filmmakers making really strong, dynamic work. And the first thing I have to do is thank Emily and Julian for trusting me to lead this visual journey for this really deep, incredible film. This has been one of the greatest honors of my life, and it has changed me forever, and couldn't ask for anything more. And the next thing I want to say is I want to thank everyone that's come to see this film in the theater. This film was always made for the theater, and I just want everyone here to remember the power of documentary as a cinematic form and what we can do with that. So thank you, really. Just want to pass to Emily, and last thing I want to say is that this incredible team, this film looks and feels like it is because of these people right here. Kellen Quinn, who's just the greatest creative producer by far that I've ever worked with, and Molly Obama-Swin, who just did an incredible score, who's brought the life to this work, and just Julian also, and the whole sound team here as well. Like I'm at a loss for words, and I want to pass it to Emily.
Wow. This one means everything. Last night I was in bed with Shiori, and after we finished sharing our frozen egg count, and we also finished smoking a joint, we remarked on just how far we have all come and how remarkable this community is. How we all gave ourselves, shaking, to the stories that we believed in, and how very, very proud we are to be among you. The cinematographers especially, thank you for painting such beautiful, epic, painful, but extraordinary worlds. You make these things, and there are people who give their talents and time and hearts to something bigger than all of us, and you become family. Chris, thank you for being the most incredible creative partner and my soul friend. Nathan, who's right here, Nathan Panwar, and Maya Daisy Hawk, who's not with us tonight, thank you for taking what we shot and weaving the most incredible tapestry of the epic world of Sugarcane. Molly, thanks for making it reverberate with your stunning score and just unbelievable talent. Martin Chembor, I had to spell that phonetically, thanks Martin. Andrea Bella and Misha Feuser for creating these haunting soundscapes to bring to life the school that took 6 generations of children away from their families and forcibly assimilated them into white culture, taking away everything that they had. A story that is only being heard now. Kellen, thank you for making sure that we didn't fuck it up. We love you so much, Captain. And Julian, for trusting us, for sharing your mind and your brilliant mind and your heart and your courage and your family with us. Thank you to National Geographic for having the guts to give this story a platform, because that wasn't easy. We all know what courage it takes and what a privilege it is to be let into the most intimate and difficult moments of people's lives. And so to Chief Willie Sellers, who's with us tonight. Charlene Bellew, Ed Archie Noisecat, Julian's dad, Julian, of course, and our beloved participants and friends who actually didn't make it to see the film in the end, Rick and Chris. This is for you. Thank you so much.
Sorry. Gosh, sorry, I'm so moved, and I'm so moved by who I'm about to present that I need to get my life together. We're here to honor our next Unforgettable of the evening, the directors of Union, Stephen Mang and Brett Story.
Hi, guys.
We were just paralyzed over there, just not knowing what to do, but we're here. Thank you.
Wow, this is truly an honor of a lifetime to acknowledge our dear friend and this champion of the working class, Chris Smalls. Many of us know Chris as a courageous political leader who took on Jeff Bezos in a fight considered impossible by everyone around him. Many also know him as an iconic organizer with incredible charisma and impeccable fashion taste. But to really know him, you'd also have to see these other moments, how tightly his kids squeeze him after he comes back home from organizing, or how smitten he was by the deaf albino puppy he fostered. Or how excited he got when he finally heard we finished the film. Though he did wish we chose a less generic title than Union. Chris actually suggested the Bus Stop Boys, which he said would be easier to Google and look much better on merch.
It's not wrong. It's not wrong.
And Chris manifests. This medal is really neat, but I wanted to also present him with the first Bus Stop Boys merch tonight. But in all seriousness, one of the most indelible observations of Chris is how he cares for those around him and all of us.
I think one of the first chances we had to really understand Chris's character actually happened on a Zoom meeting. It was early in the days of the organizing. And there was someone on the Zoom meeting, a young man, who was having a really hard time. He was having a kind of emotional experience. It was taking a long time. Other people on the call were getting impatient. And Chris did not get impatient. He was gentle, he was kind, and he talked this young man out of his crisis. And I think in that moment, we really understood how this film, at its heart, and Chris Smalls, at his heart, understands solidarity. Solidarity is showing up for someone you don't know, making them feel not alone, making them understand they don't have to be alone. Chris has continued to model solidarity and courage for all of us. It's been an incredible honor, the honor of our lives, to get to know him and to be with him for all these years. He continues to travel the world, speaking out about worker rights, human rights. He's been speaking out about Palestinian human rights, calling out American and Israeli atrocity, and really modeling for us what political courage looks like. And we couldn't be more honored than to present The Unforgettable to you. So thank you, Chris Smalls.
man. Well, usually when I wear big glasses, that's because I'm about to cry or something, but Trump is in office for 4 years. I got plenty of opportunities, so not tonight. Even though we're 9 days in and there's been a lot of shit that's been going on. We got drones in New Jersey, we got a healthcare crisis, we got a climate crisis in LA, we got bombings, we got people, getting torched on subways in New York City. There's so much things I could touch on tonight, but we got an active genocide that we're funding. There's so many things I could touch on. Then we got Amazon workers organizing across the nation. One positive thing. That being said, if you'd have told me 5 years ago I'd be sitting up here accepting this award, I'd have looked at you like you're fucking crazy. I was fired 5 years ago. I was the COVID-19 whistleblower for Amazon. Cost me my job. Next thing you know, I'm on the front page news of the New York Times. A week after that, Jeff Bezos, who the richest man in the world at the time, had a smear campaign about me, calling me not smart or articulate. Ironically, to make me the face of the whole unionizing efforts. He made the wrong decision, obviously. Yeah. And man, there's so many people I want to thank first. First and foremost, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my brothers who walked out of that building with me on March 30th, 2020. Derek Palmer, Jordan Flowers, Gerald Bryson, those are my brothers for life. I was actually their supervisor when I worked at Amazon for 5 years. And they've been with me ever since. They're still with me. And without them, I wouldn't be here. Without them, there would be no Amazon labor union. There wouldn't be any resurgence of the movement, because we wouldn't have gotten anywhere without them sacrificing the time, the blood, sweat, and tears that we did. And another thing, y'all see how cold it is outside, right? Just traumatizing for me because, when I step outside, I'm like, damn, I was crazy to be at a bus stop for over 300 days. But to be unforgettable is ironic because they call Staten Island the forgotten borough, right? But now the Amazon labor union is as big as the Wu-Tang. We made history 2 years ago when we created the first union in American history for Amazon workers. And now I want to touch, before I get off, I want to let y'all know there's an active campaign, another historical campaign that's happening right now as we speak in North Carolina, in Durham, North Carolina. It's another Amazon independent union called Amazon Cause. You can follow them on social media, led by a black man named Reverend Ryan and a black woman named Mama Mary, who I spent time with, who I also traveled to Cuba with. We met the president of Cuba. We've done a lot of solidarity work. And now they decided to take on the same fight that we did because they were inspired by our victory, inspired by the film. They watched it. They shared it with their 4,700 members twice, not once, but twice. And now their election is in 4 weeks. In North Carolina, the difference is it's a right-to-work state. Obviously, a lot of Jim Crow mentality down there in the South. And if they win, it's going to be even more powerful than the victory that we had in Staten Island, because it's going to literally change the momentum of organizing in the South, which is the hardest place to organize, and when we're talking about less than 2% of union density. So please, if you can, support, donate, get involved, show up to picket lines, amplify, because in the next few years, 1 out of every 4 Americans is going to work at Amazon. You're going to know somebody, you're going to be related to somebody, if not yourself might end up at Amazon or one of its 75 companies. So my fight is your fight, and I'm happy and honored to have shared the film, which is a tool, and be a part of this amazing film crew. Brett, Steve, Martin, Mars, Sam, I love you guys. My team love you guys tremendously. And I'm really honored to receive this award tonight. No amount of money in the world can amount to the power of people when we come together. Love and solidarity.
Here are the nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Sound Design. Nicola Becker, Corne Usu, and Cyril Holtz for Dahomey. Naz Parkash and Patrick Fripp for Eno.
Okay, I better get serious.
Alex Lane for Intercepted.
Алло,
Да.
что у вас?
Как у тебя дела?
Лиза положила мне носки и письмо написала.
Да.
Бабаев Валерий. Пишет тебе Бабаева Елизавета. Прошу тебя, побыстрее убивайся в украинцев и приезжай домой.
Tom Paul, Shreyank Nanjapa, and Shukanto Mujumdar for Nocturnes. Ranko Paukovic and Alec Goose for Soundtrack to a Coup d'etat.
И с другой стороны, если не наберешь этого полтона, противник натянет на тебя. Соединенные Штаты самый сильный оппонент.
Peter Albrechtsen, Nicola Becker, and Heikki Kasi for Victor.
And the Cinema Eye honor for sound design goes to Soundtrack for a Coup d'etat.
Well, it's called Soundtrack after all.
But if the music, or if the politics is about divide and conquer, the music was about bringing people together. And forgot what I wanted to say, damn it. I knew I had to get this quote in by Frank Zappa, that politics is actually the entertainment complex of the military-industrial complex. And so if music stepped onto the political stage, I think here we had the politicians that actually were the lead singers to the jazz compositions. So there's something quite complex that I think is so wonderfully achieved in this film. And I'd like to thank Rick Chaubert, who's here, who's a wonderful editor, who's also nominated. Remy Grelletti and Amelis as producers. I'd love to also thank Field of Vision, Cinema Eye, of course. Thank you so much. Because I don't think I should be standing here. I should be standing here with the 6 other nominees. I think this is so much a part where there's not something as the best. I think I should stand here with all the other directors as well, because I think there's so much a sense of love of the community of documentary making. So thanks for that. I also would like to thank Suzanne Norget, our publicist. I never thanked you, but you're wonderful. You're wonderful. You're part of the community. And I think all the other filmmakers should stand here with me, really. Okay, but thank you so much.
Here are the nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Original Music Score.
Alexei Aigi for Ernest Cole, Lost and Found.
Harlem requires patience. Everybody's putting on the front, acting important and suspicious. And I don't blame them.
Victor Hernandez Stumphauser for Freedom. Nanita Desai for Nocturnes. Une Elmischen for The Remarkable Life of Eberlin. Molly Obomsawin for Sugar Cane.
the Cinema Eye honors goes to, ooh, and I have the advantage that I can actually pronounce it, not like the presenter, because I'm Danish. And this goes to Uno Helmersson for The Remarkable Life of Evelyn.
We are not Uno, neither of us, but he's a pleasure to work with, and we are so happy because this is a very deserved award. I'm the producer, I'm Ingvild, this is Benjamin, the director. Uno was so kind to send some words that I will read. Thank you, Cinema Eye Honors, the jury, for this recognition. The story of Mats Ibelsten has moved me like no other. I have seen this film hundreds of times. You filmmakers know what I'm talking about. Yet, whenever I tell a friend or a colleague about this story, my voice cracks and I get emotional. Why? Because this is a story about the impact of friendship and about being a part of a community. But it's not just a story. It's an analogy for what it means to be human. It's about giving compassion and care despite despair and struggle. We are complex and contradictional creatures carrying more on our shoulders than we sometimes can bear. And Uno urges you all to be kind to each other and be kind to yourselves. So he says once again, thank you so much for the recognition, and to all of the other nominees, thanks for a great job.
Here are the nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Production. Shane Boris, Odessa Ray, and Talal Durkee for Hollywood Geek. Emma D. Miller, Elizabeth Lowe, and Maggie Lee for Mistress Dispeller. Fabian Greenberg and Board Shuggy Running for No Other Land. Aniela Sidorsky, Paula Dupree-Pesman, Camilla Mazzaferro, and Olivia Aneman for Porcelain War. Emily Cassie and Kellen Quinn for Sugar Cane. Brett Story, Stephen Mang, Mars Verone, Samantha Curley, and Martin DeChico for Union.
Hi everyone again. So this is actually very special for me because I'm a producer. So let's see, the Cinema Eye honor goes to Union. Brett Story, Stephen Mang, Mars Verone, Samantha Curley, and Martin
but I'm surprised. Thank you so much. We're so honored. Oh my God. I will be transparent and just say that I am from LA, so I apologize for any tenderness tonight. Please forgive me. Thank you so much to our incredible team, to Brett and Steve, our fearless and brilliant directors. They're so tired. I appreciate you both so much. To our cinematographer, Martin, our editors, Blair and Malika, our composer, Robert, and a special shout out to Samantha Curley, who produced the film with me. I love you so much, Sam. We did this together. She couldn't be here tonight because of the situation in Los Angeles. Also shout out to impact partners, to Jenny and Kelsey, to Cinetic, to Michael Tuckman, to Katie Ann, to anyone else who's here who made the film possible. I'm obsessed with you guys. You're amazing. Producing Union was the hardest and the most rewarding thing I've ever done with my life. I'm sure these two can agree. Chris, I'm so honored that you trusted us to follow you on this journey. I am so grateful for everything that we've shared together along the way. I first heard your name and your story way back in March of 2020 when you bravely protested how Amazon was treating you and your coworkers at the onset of the pandemic. That act gave me so much hope in a time of complete hopelessness. And right now is another moment in which I feel overwhelmed with hopelessness. And from here, I think for everyone in this room, I sort of see two pathways ahead. There's a pathway of resignation and cynicism and despair, or there is a pathway of collective action, of solidarity, of radical imagination, and of revolutionary love. This is the pathway. This is the pathway of the Amazon Labor Union, and this is the pathway of Chris. It's not an easy pathway, but I commit myself to it because it is the only pathway that leads us to a livable and liberated future. So thank you, Chris, for teaching me so much about that and really showing the way. And I hope everyone in this room joins us on that pathway. So thank you again to Cinema Eye. Thank you to all the brilliant filmmakers in this room. Thank you to my team. I'm sure there's more people I don't even know. Thank you so much. I'm really honored. Thank you.
Hello again. Speaking of LA, I think one of the last scenes in our last Unforgettable here is one of my favorite, and weirdly is going to be a historical document of the west side of Los Angeles. So without further ado, I want to introduce our final Unforgettable of the evening and bring up the director of Will and Harper, Josh Greenbaum.
Good evening, everyone. 2 nights ago, as many of you know, Los Angeles was battling fires, and I got a text from Harper, who lives just a few blocks away from me in Burbank. She told me her street was blocked off by the police, with trees down and power lines threatening to give way. As she walked back from talking to a neighbor, a police officer called out to her from the street saying, "I need to talk to you." For a moment, she thought, uh-oh. But instead, the officer crossed the street and said, "I just want to thank you for your documentary. It really changed my perspective." As Roger Ebert once said, movies are like machines that generate empathy. Sharing your story with me and with everyone through Will and Harper has done exactly that, Harper. Simply by being yourself and sharing your truth, you've created ripples of change in some of the most needed places. In a world where over $215 million was spent on anti-trans ads during the last election, and that administration is about to take office, I know you didn't ask to be one of the faces of trans people, but I, for one, am incredibly grateful that you are. By stepping into that role with such courage, vulnerability, and grace, you've become a powerful counter to divisiveness and fear, a living testament to the power of authenticity in storytelling. On top of all that, let's not forget that you heroically survived being in a car for 16 days straight with Will Ferrell. That alone deserves an award. Speaking of which, I should mention that Will apologized he couldn't be here tonight to celebrate you. He's actually across town receiving an award at the Forgettables award show. So, congratulations. Harper, your bravery and commitment to living your truth have left an indelible mark, not just on this film, but on everyone who has encountered your story. Your openness, honesty, and authenticity doesn't just inform and inspire, it opens hearts and changes minds. And it is my absolute honor to present you with the Unforgettable Award tonight. You are without question unforgettable.
Take a load off, baby. Take a load, breathe. Take a load off, baby. You put the load right on
I'm going to use a prop first. I'm not really a prop comedian, but I want to wear my Los Angeles shirt. This is, first I want to make a joke. Let's see. I want to make two jokes. Josh is a director, he's not a great joke writer. Fair enough. My friend Will, I'd like to thank him for not coming tonight. This is about me. Yeah, so a real quick thing about my hometown, which is on fire right now. There's another side to this that we're seeing on X and Twitter or whatever you want to call it right now. And there's a lot of people out there saying, let it burn, let it go to the ground. You know, we all hate these fucking liberals out there. We're mounting that war constantly all across this country. We've always hated LA. I even think some of the intellectuals in this room probably don't have a love for my city out there, and that's fair, but no one involved in this project is actually from LA. We all adopted it because it was a liberal and creative place to be. That said, the next thing I want to do is I want to talk about the unforgettables that are up here. This is the part where I might cry. I'm humbled to be even mentioned among this group. You guys come out here and take advantage of these incredible people. You make these films with these subjects, and these people, it's like coming out. Suddenly we become political creatures. And the ones that we've honored tonight, I'm stupefied. These are incredible people. So I'm not asking for everyone to sit up and applause for them, but I feel to be even in the company of these other unforgettables is really an incredible honor. I'm going to tell a story about Los Angeles, too. Yesterday, I was sitting in my bed watching the fire in various areas to make sure it was not coming close, getting texts from friends that were saying that things were burning. I was watching the news reporters, and it's live, so they're all terrible. But they're out there in front of there's a reporter out there in front of a hotel. The Sunset Fire has just exploded. It's in Laurel Canyon, if you know where that is. And so they're evacuating this very populated area of Los Angeles. And the reporter is outside of a hotel going, she says, she's catching people and they say, you have to leave now, you have to leave. Why were you here? Oh, we wanted to visit Disneyland with our children. There's a little girl crying. It's the most heartwarming, wonderful thing you've ever seen. And then another person comes up to her and says, hey, how did these fires start? And she's this poor press woman. She's like, I don't know how the fire started. It's under investigation. And he goes, but you're in the press. It's like, I know, but there's an under the investigation. We don't know how these fires started. And then he says, it's because of the gays. There's too many gays in LA. My first thought was, wouldn't it be great if gay people had that power? If we could suddenly make certain parts of the country catch on fire. I don't know if we would have chosen LA. But my second thought, if there's people of a certain age in this room, this goes back to Pat Robertson. This goes back to Jerry Falwell. This goes back to a time in the 80s and 90s. It is God's will that he is punishing us. He's punishing LA. He's punishing the shooting in Florida at the nightclub because of queer people. And this is building again. We thought we got through it. We thought we won that battle. And now suddenly, here we are again. And I think this person was emboldened to say that. Maybe not would have been emboldened to say that 10 years ago, but it's back. And I know from now being in the doc community accidentally for a year that there is no one more committed to actually fighting that prejudice in this room right here. I don't know if all of you are committed to the queer struggle. I hope you are, but I will say this, I am completely humbled and honored to be part of a group of people that actually does care about these things. I want you to move forward. I want you desperately to move forward. Don't worry about the queer people. We have been helping each other from the beginning of time. We will figure it out if you guys will not help us. I would love to have all of you behind us.
Here are the nominees
for Outstanding Achievement in Editing.
Maya Tippett and Marley McDonald for Eno.
Alexander Strauss for Ernest Cole, Lost and Found.
Carla Gutierrez and David Teague for Freedom.
Charlotte Therese for Intercepted.
Hannah Buck for Look Into My Eyes.
Rick Chabet for Soundtrack to a Coup d'etat.
So the Cinema Eye honor goes to Rick Chabet for soundtrack for Coup d'etat.
Hello. Wow, thank you. This is my first award ceremony of this, so it's all a bit overwhelming. I want to give a shout out to my partner in crime, director Johan Grimompré, producers Remy Greletti and Dan Milius. And I edited this film. It took 3.5 years of my life. We talk about it as the sprinting of a marathon. It was a lot of joy, but also very hard, but I hope worth it. It ended a year ago, the edit for me, and that's the day that I wrote edit lock on the timeline, and then I said bye, and my job was done. Since then, I've been. It's a weird experience. This thing that existed on my laptop for such a long time to then, yes, see it reach so many people, and it's amazing to shut up and sit on the sideline and see an audience claim this movie. I'm gonna end with that, like shutting up. So, voilà. Thank you.
Here are the nominees for the Audience Choice Prize.
Harper 71, directed by James Erskine and Rachel Ramsey. Daughters, directed by Natalie Ray and Angela Payton. Frida, directed by Carla Gutierrez. Mountain Queen, The Summits of Lhakpa, directed by Lucy Walker. Porcelain War, directed by Brandon Bellomo and Salva Lintier. The Remarkable Life of Imberlin, directed by Benjamin Reed. Skywalkers, A Love Story, directed by Jeff Zimbalist. Sugarcane, directed by Julian Brave Noisecart and Emily Cassie. Superman, the Christopher Reeve story, directed by Ian Bonhart and Peter Ettingware. Will and Harper, directed by Josh Greenbaum.
Audience Choice Award. That's really the nice award. It's hard to bribe them, but we'll see how it goes. So the Cinema Eye honors goes to Porcelain War, directed by Brendan Bellamy and Slava Letnovic.
Now it must be the season to get these clear, cause ain't no wallflowers blooming around here. So get rooted while you suited and booted, and if you decided to it, I will catch it like a chair. Now throw it in the air like Lear. Receive your caution, nope, you ain't got fear. The sweetest melody.
I'm Paula, and this is Camilla. We're two of the producers on the film. Our director and our colleague, Aniela, the producer, are evacuated, and it's been really emotional sitting here. So grateful to be in this room with people that I really love and respect, and it is really an honor. Our film, Slava and Anya and Andre really focus on their artists and how important art is and culture, and to preserve our right to have the freedom to create, which is what all of you do every day. And I'm so honored to be with you and see so many people who are doing remarkable art and showing that resistance and using your voices for really important things that need to be told and shared. It's really an emotional moment. I'm sorry. I just, these people who bravely share their story are just like us. And as we go into the new year and the new administration, it's important that we pay attention to our freedoms, to democracy. There are ordinary people like us who have had to learn how to pick up arms and protect their homes and their families. And I think it's really important that in doing so, they've showed us all how important and how fragile democracy is. So it's really a privilege to be with you all who are true creators of art, and you use your art to resist and to highlight important stories and amazing people. Continue to do it. We need you to do it. Distribution's hard. If you don't have it, keep doing it. Keep finding ways to share your stories. We need them more than ever. Thank you.
Here are the nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Direction.
Mati Diop for Dahomey. Gary Hustwit for Eno. Lana Wilson for Look Into My Eyes. Elizabeth Lowe for Mistress Dispeller. Basil Adra, Hamdan Balal, Yuval Abraham, and Rachel Soares for No Other Land. Julian Brave Noise Cat and Emily Cassie for Sugarcane. I want to know the whole story. And Stephen Mang and Brett Story for Union.
And the Cinema Eye honors goes to Mati Diop for Dahomey.
It is strange to be looking here instead of all around me. Thank you so much, Cinema Eye. I'm honestly very proud to be sharing this stage with such engaged people. And it's also strange to be standing alone, knowing that so many incredibly talented people are as much responsible as me for the result of Dahomey. Please give a huge applause to my co-producer Yves Robin, who came with me. Because I am French and Senegalese, and because English is not my first language, because I'm also obviously, like probably all of you tonight, very moved and feel heavy and disturbed by what is going on right now in LA. I just left LA yesterday, and even though I'm definitely it's so important for me to be celebrating the honor you're giving me, I must admit I feel a bit crushed by the global situation. So I just needed to express my deepest concern, as I just, like I told you, left LA, witnessing devastation. And obviously this catastrophe is hitting everybody from Los Angeles to Mayotte, that just faced a terrible hurricane a couple of weeks ago. And for me, it's an everyday mental and spiritual challenge to be witnessing and processing so much horror, from the genocide in Gaza to the unbearable instrumentalization of anti-Semitism, to war against civilians in Sudan, barely covered by the media, to the banalization of violence against women, to transphobia, to negrophobia, to police brutality, and to the vertiginous number of people around the world who are literally sinking into poverty in the greatest indifference. So, as we know here, the list of atrocities is long, and lets me speechless. It's very hard for me to be standing in the stage and finding words that are enough strong to describe what we are going through. And I believe that my cinema begins where my words end. I also truly believe in cinema as a political tool, obviously, but as language. And in front of so much violence and injustice, I sometimes wonder about the limits of the medium I chose. Is this medium, cinema, strong enough to resist, to fight? And because I'm aware of the limits of the medium I chose, I try to push as much as I can the formal, unlimited potential of cinema, and I push myself to rethinking, reinventing the dominant narrative structures, creating a new language, and inventing other ways of organizing, feeling, and thinking the world. Voilà. Immense thank you. I'm deeply humbled, and this voilà, this gives me a lot of force and love, and voilà. Thank you very, very much.
Shiori, Eric, Hannah, Emma, Yuta, Yushiro, Mark, and Andrew. Thank you so much for creating Black Box Diaries. It is a film that deeply moved me and changed the way that I exist in the world. In highlighting Shiori's fight for accountability, justice, and to change outdated laws that oppress women, you have given us a guide to courage and vulnerability. Shiori, in making your truth visible, you have shown us all that personal stories are collective stories, and one voice speaking truth to power can start an outcry that can reshape society. Thank you for your bravery, thank you for your artistry, and thank you for this film that will serve as a beacon for us all in the fight for gender equality and safety. Thank you so much.
I got nervous. Dahomey gives voice to 26 royal treasures from Dahomey, exhibited in Paris, and are returned to Benin. I was so moved by this film, and the film gave me a feeling of witnessing like this gesture of counter-narrative and an access point of hope from the scars of colonization. Mati, you really artistically expressed for a new generation the demands of restitution and shows the vastness of what restitution could mean and provoke for people. So thank you so much. And I will say this one more thing, is that I really love the efficiency of the film and how it really just moved forward. And I'm so happy to be doing this here. Thank you.
The best films are emotional time machines that can transport us to a memory, allowing us to reclaim and re-examine the past and navigate our futures. Daughters is this movie for me. As a daughter who lost her father at a young age, Angela and Natalie and the Daughters team, your film allowed me to process the depths of love, loss, and the examination of foundational relationships that shape us. In addition to holding the joys and pains of girlhood, you highlight for us the importance of touch, connection, and interdependency as a human right, a right that is often taken away from incarcerated peoples and their families. Your film and the Date with a Dad program pulls at the heart of humanity and emphasizes the transformational aspects of connection. Connections to their daughters inspires the dads in the film, and my connection to your film inspires me to fight further for prison reform and celebrate and uplift Black girls and all their beauty, magic, and power. Thank you so much for this film.
So I'm realizing we haven't talked about your movie since I've seen it. Is right now good? It's something really magical what you and your team have accomplished here, because on the one hand, it seems like quite simple. You're following this group of psychics as they're having these sessions with their clients. But in the way that you've selected and arranged the material, the movie isn't about communicating with the dead. It's about how we live here right now. It made me think about healing and community and art and creation and cinema, and to be able to do that with such a simple conceit is really, I was quite stunned by it. I think there's a version of this movie that could have been really a lot about, is this real? Is what the psychics do real? Do they have magic powers? And that feels like, to me, really something quite tedious. Because what you have given us instead is something that is kind of about, at least to me, it felt like you're looking at this lucky accident that we are all here right now together in this moment, just trying to figure out ourselves and how to get by. And that is, for me, one of the great subjects of documentary film. And so thank you so much for your movie, and congratulations.
So No Other Land is a very special movie. I'm based in Denmark, in Europe, and the war in Israel and in Palestine, in Gaza, is of course affecting not only the Danes and the Europeans, but obviously all of us. What's so unique about No Other Land is that it has 4 directors, and the directors are Israelis and Palestinians. And I think they show us not only the movie is so extremely disturbing, but they also show us that there is a path for all of us moving forward where we should actually have dialogue. Even if we are on 2 opposite sides, we can learn that we should actually have a dialogue. The film is, of course, extremely timely and also very disturbing, and there isn't a conclusion at all. The war is still happening, and Israel is still bombarding in Gaza. And we, as an international group and community, we feel powerless. We don't know how to stop these things from going on. But I do feel we should not feel powerless in the dialogue between each other, and even we are on opposite fronts, and even we don't agree with each other. So tonight, when you're at the dinner and you're going to speak with somebody, try and speak with somebody you don't agree with. It doesn't hurt. And this film shows us the way. So thank you to the team and the brave directors of No Other Land.
Soundtrack to a coup d'etat. I've truly never seen a film like this. From the first moment it uses a UN gavel as a propulsive jazz drum, my jaw dropped and I was hooked. This film utilizes every cinematic tool at its disposal and pushes each to 11 on the dial. Extensive archives, energetic and rhythmic editing, stunning graphics, extraordinary use of music, and maybe the coolest footnote citations ever in a film. You all have expertly wielded all of your crafts, style, and creativity to weave together complex and vital threads of history in a profound and unprecedented way.
Oh no. Okay. Oh, sit down, girl. Emily, Julian, Kellen, Chris, Nathan, Molly, and Maya, who's not here, Willie. I had the privilege to watch Sugarcane, your beautiful, heartbreaking, resilient, and powerful film at its world premiere at Sundance last year. The story of how, for 150 years, the US and Canada removed Indigenous children from their families and forced them to attend boarding schools where they suffered horrific abuse from the government and the church is told with such deliberate care and craft.
a remarkable feat for a debut feature documentary. Julian, I am in awe of your bravery, your collaboration with Emily to tell this important, at times deeply personal and traumatic story of your family, including your father, Ed Archie Noisecat, who you've mentioned is the only known survivor of the incinerator at St. Joseph's Mission, the Indian residential school that your family was sent to. Emily, from directing to producing with Kellen to picking up the camera with Chris, you have announced yourself as a creative and journalistic force in our industry, and I cannot wait to see what stories you choose to shine your talent towards next. Sugarcane. And with that, we're going to take one more look at Best Feature Film.
Here are the nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Nonfiction Feature Filmmaking. I'm going to try very hard not to mess up anybody's name. Black Box Diaries, Shiori Ito, Eric Nyari, Hannah Agvilin, Emma Ryan Yamazaki, Yuta Okimura, Yochira Otsuka, Mark Degale Anthony, and Andrew Tracy. Dahomey, Matty Diop, Eve Robin, Judith Lou Levy, Gabriel Gonzalez, Josephine Drouin Vial, Nicholas Becker, Corneille Uso, and Cyril Oles. Daughters, Natalie Ray, Angela Patton, Lisa Mazzota, Justin Benole, James Cunningham, Mindy Goldberg, Sam Bisbee, Catherine Everett, Laura Choi Raycroft, Troy Lewis, Adelina Beachis, Michael Cambio Fernandez, Kelsey Liu, Adrian Aurelius, and Philip Nikolai Flint. Look into my eyes. Lana Wilson, Kyle Martin, Hannah Buck, Stephen Mang, Paul Shu. No Other Land, Yuval Abraham, Basel Adra, Hamdan Balal, Rachel Shore, Fabian Greenberg, Board Shuge Running, Julius Rothlander, and Board Harazi Farbu. Soundtrack to a Coup d'etat, Johann Grimmen Press, Don Milius, Remy Grilletti, Jonathan Wanin, Rick Chauvet, Ranko Paukovic, and Alec Goss. Sugarcane, Julian Brave Noisecat, Emily Cassie, Kellen Quinn, Christopher Lamarca, Nathan Punwar, Maya Daisy Hawk, Molly Obamsawin, Martin Shembor, Andrea Bella, Michael Fuser, and Ed Archie Noisecat.
And the Cinema Eye for Outstanding Nonfiction Feature goes to No Other Land. Chris Hedges, can you come to the stage?
Hello, everyone. If you didn't hear, I'm Chris Hedges. I'm actually, thank you. As governor of the documentary branch of the Academy, with my colleague Jean Chen, who's here as well, I'm so happy to advocate for our amazing community. But as much as I love the Academy, I love the Cinema Eye Awards because they honor everyone. They honor pioneers like Peter. They honor people in front of the camera and behind the camera, amazingly talented, passionate people who make these documentaries that I love. Sadly, the filmmakers can't be here tonight, but they sent me this speech to read to you. Thank you so much to the Cinema Eye Honors for this incredible recognition. We are truly honored to accept this award for Best Documentary. It is a moment that reminds us why we began this journey in the first place, to stop the ongoing expulsion of the community of Massafaryata under the occupation and to resist the apartheid reality we were born into from opposite and unequal sides. No other land was created by a collective of Palestinian and Israeli activists and filmmakers. Our collaboration is a testament to the belief that something radically different is possible, a vision where Israelis and Palestinians can live together, not as oppressor and oppressed, but in fully equal based on justice in a time when reality grows scarier, more violent. I wish they were here. And more oppressive every day. This film became our way of shouting out for change. At the core, this film is not just a document of what's happening in Massafaryata. It is a proposal, a vision for an alternative way forward, where shared humanity replaces systemic inequality. We are weak in the face of what we witness every day, but through storytelling, we found a way to stand together and to amplify the voices of those who live under siege. Receiving this award is especially meaningful because it amplifies that voice. It ensures that these stories, too often silenced, reach audiences that can reflect on them and perhaps be moved to act. This journey has not been without challenges. Since the film premiered, we have faced smear campaigns, threats, and prejudice. Yet we've been heartened by those who have championed the film and supported its message. In making this film, we were reminded again and again of the fragility of the truth and how easily it can be buried. But we also learned that when people come together to bear witness, to document what is happening, and to demand change, they can create ripples that reach far beyond borders. Thank you again to the Cinema Eye Honors for this award and for recognizing the importance of this work. We are profoundly grateful. I'm so happy for them.
So that's our show. There's going to be an after party if you stay up here. It's all going to be on this floor, so have a great time. Thanks to everyone for coming.
Rolling down Imperial Highway, the big nasty red at my side. Santa Ana winds blowing hot from the north, and we were born to ride. Roll down the window, put down the top, crank up the Beach Boys, baby. Don't let the music stop. We gonna ride it till